All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we're going deep into, well, it's called NECTI of Sage Rainbow Warriors Sanctuary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, ever heard of it?
I haven't, no.
So get this, it's like, imagine this, where ancient shamanic wisdom, all that, like,
Hmm.
collides head on with, like, cutting edge quantum physics.
Okay.
It's kind of a wild combo,
Yeah,
right?
it's quite a juxtaposition.
Yeah, and we're talking about like plant medicine retreats, but then they mix that with this thing called shamanic quantum regression integration therapy,
What?
SQRIT for short.
Okay.
And their website, it's packed with all these testimonials and services, and I got to be honest, some of it sounds like straight out of a fantasy novel.
All right, I'm intrigued.
So let's unpack this whole thing. What do you say?
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay, so first off, like, what is NECTI? What's the deal with this blend of like ancient traditions and modern science?
Well, it's fascinating, right? On the surface, you see this deep respect for like Native American and indigenous traditions.
Right.
Big emphasis on plant medicine, ancestral wisdom, all that.
Yeah.
But then they layer on this like whole other dimension of quantum physics with their QRIT therapy.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm like, I don't quite
No,
get.
it's definitely a unique approach, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe Eli 5 for a sec. Like, what exactly ISQRIT therapy?
Sure. So think of it this way, like if our thoughts and beliefs, right, if those are energy,
Okay.
then CQRIT, it's like a tuning fork.
Hmm.
It helps to like realign those frequencies for, greater harmony and well-being.
I see.
It's combining like elements of quantum physics with, more traditional practices like guided meditation, regression therapy, that sort of thing.
So it's like they're using these techniques to help people like shift negative patterns and beliefs. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
They believe that by like tapping into the quantum field, they can help people access, deeper levels of consciousness and release like limiting beliefs that might be holding them back.
Wow. Okay. So back to NCTI itself, like, what's their overall mission? What are they trying to achieve with this whole like blend of ancient and modern practices?
Well, their website really highlights their commitment to, providing ancient wisdom to flourish, heal, repair, and co-create as a community.
Okay.
And they're all about, land and water preservation, traditional living, personal healing. It's very holistic.
It sounds like they're trying to create like a haven, where people can reconnect with themselves and the natural world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've chosen some pretty incredible locations to do it too, like Northwest Missouri and the Riviera Maya.
Right. Those locations, they're not random. They're very intentional.
Yeah, what's the significance there?
Well, Northwest Missouri, it has this strong connection to nature and like traditional ways of life.
Mm-hmm.
While the Riviera Maya, that tacks into ancient Mayan roots.
Right.
And a very vibrant, like almost palpable energy.
Mm.
So it's like they're intentionally bridging these two worlds, both geographically and, philosophically.
I see. Yeah, it's like they're pulling from different sources of ancient wisdom.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the people who've actually experienced this. Like, they've got tons of testimonials on their website.
They do.
This one from a guy named Robert Kaler. This one really caught my eye. He claims that he regained his color vision after sessions with NACTI.
Wow.
I mean, how is that even possible?
It's definitely a bold claim.
Yeah.
And, while we can't verify it definitively, it does raise some really interesting questions about the mind-body connection.
Right.
And the potential of these therapies to actually impact, our physical well-being.
It makes you wonder, right? Like, could certain practices actually influence our perception of the world around us?
It's certainly a possibility.
Mm.
And, whether or not Robert's experience can be, like, scientifically proven. His story highlights the profound impact that these types of practices can have on an individual's, sense of self and their relationship to the world.
Yeah, totally. And there are a couple of other testimonials that stood out to me too. One from Ivy Zentor and another from Michelle McMullen. They both talk about like feeling safe and understood, and like they had these like life-changing experiences at NACTI.
Yeah. And that speaks to the power of the subjective experience,
Mm-hmm.
Even if we can't objectively measure every claim, these individuals clearly feel empowered and transformed by their time in NCTI.
Right. It's about how it makes you feel. ultimately.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's say, like, you're intrigued and you want to explore what NACTI has to offer. They've got this whole system of membership options on their website.
Okay.
It looks like there are 3 main tiers, like community member, ceremonial member, and guardian member,
Right.
each with its own set of perks.
What's interesting is how they seem to cater to different levels of involvement, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The community member level at $9.99 a month,
Mm-hmm.
that seems like a good way for people to kind of dip their toes in the water,
Right.
get a taste of the NACTI experience.
Like a spiritual sampler platter.
Exactly.
I like that.
They get access to like group ceremonies, gatherings, discounts on services. It's, it's low commitment. See what resonates with them.
Yeah, I see.
Uh,
Then you got the ceremonial member level, which is double the price, $19.99 a month.
right.
But it seems like you get a lot more for your money, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This level is for those who are ready to, go deeper,
Okay.
particularly those interested in becoming like facilitators or growers themselves.
Interesting.
They get all the community member benefits, plus access to exclusive retreats, networking opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
and even the option to donate their membership toward a 2-year traditional plant medicine card.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty significant perk.
Yeah, it is.
And then there's the Guardian member level. That's the top tier
Right.
at $39.99 a month.
It's clear they see this level as like a commitment to both personal and collective transformation.
Okay.
Guardian members, they get unlimited access to retreat spaces, invitations to leadership circles,
Wow.
and the chance to contribute directly to like land and water preservation projects. It's almost like becoming a steward of NTPI's mission.
I love how they've woven this like environmental aspect into their highest membership tier.
Right.
It really speaks to their like holistic approach to well-being.
It suggests that they see caring for the planet as like an integral part of their spiritual practice.
Yeah, totally.
And speaking of plants, they also offer these separate traditional plant medicine church memberships,
Right.
specifically for those interested in exploring, that aspect of their work.
Yeah, and they're very upfront about these memberships being distinct from the NACTI medicine card,
Right.
which I'm assuming is some kind of certification or authorization related to plant medicine practices.
Yeah, it seems like they've created a whole separate path
Yeah.
for those specifically drawn to plant medicine.
Interesting.
And it's interesting how they structure those memberships as well.
Yeah.
You can choose like a 6-month, 1-year, or 2-year commitment,
Okay.
with each level offering like escalating benefits like discounts and monthly healing sessions.
I see.
It's almost like a tiered system within a tiered system.
So lots of ways to get involved depending on your level of interest and commitment.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's talk about the actual services they offer, because that's where things get really intriguing.
Agreed. Their website lists a wide array of services, all offered on a minimum donation basis.
Oh, interesting.
And there's some real gems in here that I think our listeners will find fascinating. This minimum donation approach, it's kind of intriguing.
Yeah.
It hints at like accessibility,
Mhm.
but then it also raises these questions about like, how sustainable is that? How do they actually operate?
Right. It makes you wonder how they balance that, offering all these services, but also making sure they can, keep the lights on.
Exactly.
Okay, I've got to ask about this create your personal surrender getaway in Playa del Carmen.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds incredibly luxurious.
Yeah.
What did you gather from the description?
Well, the website, they keep the details a little bit mysterious.
Okay.
But it does mention a price range,
Yeah.
like $3,333 to $4,444.
Whoa. Okay, so not exactly budget friendly.
No, definitely not your average, backpacking trip.
Right.
They describe it as like a personalized experience, blending ancient wisdom with modern luxury, all designed for, deep healing, spiritual awakening, personal growth.
So maybe more of a like transformational spa experience than roughing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, okay, on the other end of the spectrum, they also offer these free shamanic quantum regression integration therapy sessions,
Right.
which, I mean, that seems incredibly generous.
It does. It seems like they're really committed to making certain aspects of their work accessible, regardless of your financial means.
Yeah.
And they do provide like a very detailed explanation of SQRIT therapy on the website.
Yeah. So remind me, like, what was that tuning fork analogy again?
Yeah. So think about it like this. Like, imagine diving into your subconscious, but with the precision of like a quantum physicist.
Okay.
That's kind of the essence of SQRIT. It uses like guided meditation and regression therapy to uncover these like deeply rooted beliefs
Mm.
and then leverages the principles of quantum physics to help you like shift those patterns at an energetic level.
It's like they're combining the best of both worlds, like ancient wisdom and modern
Yeah,
science.
exactly.
And they're not just offering like one-off sessions. They
Yeah.
have this whole like SQRIT ceremonial facilitation certification program.
Right.
Level 1 is priced between $222 and $6,666, and then level 2 comes in at $7,777.
It's quite a price jump.
Yeah.
It suggests that level 2 involves like a much deeper level of training.
Right.
And maybe even the opportunity to like become a practitioner of Hiskri-RIT yourself.
So if you're like really feeling called to this work, there's a path to pursue it.
Yeah, definitely.
And they even offer soulful business coaching with healing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, incorporating their unique approach into a coaching framework for like entrepreneurs.
It seems like they're acknowledging that like our inner world and our outer endeavors, they're interconnected,
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about like personal transformation, it's about bringing that energy into all aspects of our lives,
Yeah.
including our work.
Okay, you've got to explain this Dragonfire integration to me.
Oh, this one.
The website description, it's full of evocative language, but I'm honestly not sure what it actually entails.
Yeah, I'm a bit mystified by this one too, to be honest.
Okay.
They talk about like harnessing the dragon's fire to ignite inner power and illuminate the path to destiny.
Yeah.
It involves like shamanic rituals, deep soul exploration, facilitator guidance, all with a focus on like transformation and purpose.
It definitely sounds intense.
Yeah, and it's priced accordingly,
Yeah.
ranging from $111 to a whopping $3,999.
Wow. Okay, so big range there.
Yeah.
But they also offer like more grounded options like traditional energy medicine facilitation training, which includes like mentorship, personal healing sessions, even a retreat if you donate the full $4,444.
And they have a pre-order available for level 1 training starting December 1st for $444.
Okay.
It's like a more structured program focusing on energy work and ceremonial facilitation.
Mm-hmm.
And for those looking to enhance their existing practices,
Right.
they offer SKU-RIT therapy training mentorship, starting at $2,222.
It's interesting how they integrate like SQRIT into so many of their offerings.
Yeah.
It seems to be like a core element of their approach.
Definitely.
But what about like those seeking a more traditional experience? Do they have options for that?
They do. They offer personal traditional healing ceremonies,
Okay.
ranging from $44.20 to $222.
Right.
But there's a bit of a catch.
Ooh.
You need to have a consultation and fill out a liability form first.
Interesting.
They're very clear about like their legal status as members of NACTI,
Okay.
the Native American Church of Turtle Island,
Yeah.
and their right to facilitate these ceremonies.
It's good to see them being transparent about like the legal framework surrounding their work.
Yeah,
Especially when it comes to, potentially sensitive practices.
you're right. Exactly.
It seems like they've got a lot of bases covered. They even have options for those just looking for like a quick energy boost.
Right. They have soulful energy sessions for $111, which involve energy clearing, grounding, and soulful expansion.
Okay.
And if you're on a budget, they even offer a downloadable guide to mudras and mantras to assist you on your journey for just $7.
It's really quite a comprehensive menu of services.
It is.
They seem to be catering to like a wide range of needs and budgets.
Yeah.
From those seeking, deep immersion to those who just want to like dip their toes in. But what overall impression did you get of NACTI from all of this? What stood out to you?
What strikes me is like their boldness in blending ancient traditions with modern approaches.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to incorporate quantum physics into their shamanic practices,
Right.
or offer business coaching alongside plant medicine ceremonies.
Oh, right.
It's a unique blend that might seem jarring to some, but clearly resonates with others.
It's definitely pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground, memberships, services, even a bit of quantum physics.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to like step back and consider NACTI's vision and the implications of this type of, spiritual practice. So we've talked about what they do, but like what's the bigger picture here? What's their vision for the future?
Well, their website talks about, providing ancient wisdom to flourish, heal, repair, and co-create as a community. They really emphasize a connection to nature, traditional living, personal healing.
Yeah, it's like they're creating a blueprint for like a more holistic way of life.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
And they're not just, talking the talk. They've chosen these like really interesting locations to bring their vision to life.
Right.
Like we've got Northwest Missouri with its like grounded energy, and then the Riviera Maya with its ancient Mayan roots.
It's almost like they're weaving together these different threads of ancient wisdom,
Yeah.
creating a tapestry that bridges cultures and continents.
Yeah, I like that. It's like they're pulling from both the earth and the cosmos.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've explored a lot about NCTI, their unique blend of ancient and modern practices, their range of services, their vision for a more holistic future.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
It has, but now I want to like bring it back to you, our listener. Like what can we learn from all of this?
Well, I think it's important to recognize that there are, many paths to healing and self-discovery.
Right.
What resonates with one person may not resonate with another.
Right. It's all about finding what works for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think NCTI's approach, while, certainly unique, it highlights the potential for integrating ancient wisdom with modern practicing.
Yeah, for sure.
It invites us to explore the interconnectedness of our inner and outer worlds, our personal growth, and our relationship with the planet.
Yeah, it's definitely a thought-provoking model.
It is.
It makes you wonder, like, what if we could all tap into that ancient wisdom to navigate the challenges of our modern world?
It's an intriguing question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perhaps by embracing both the wisdom of the past and the possibilities of the present, we can create a future where healing and transformation are accessible to all.
Well, this deep dive has certainly given me a lot to think about. We've explored the world of NCTI, of Sage Rainbow Warriors Sanctuary, a truly unique organization that's pushing the boundaries of spirituality and healing. They are. And who knows, maybe they're onto something. Maybe this blend of ancient and modern practices holds the key to unlocking a deeper level of well-being for ourselves and the planet.
It's certainly a possibility worth exploring.
It is, and that's what the deep dive is all about, exploring new ideas, challenging our assumptions, and expanding our understanding of what's possible.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So as you go about your day, we invite you to consider this. How can you integrate ancient wisdom into your modern life? What practices resonate with you? And how can you contribute to a more holistic and interconnected future?